Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator,
And I'm Trenton Bennett, and I'm also an audiobook narrator.
and we're here to discuss some of the things that we're noticing are helpful, potentially, for authors who are looking to get their books made into audio, which is one of the most obvious decisions that you can make in terms of where to take your book for a platform. Um, One of the things that has come up is social media promotion of your project. If you have an audiobook out, promoting it on social media, or if you have an audiobook that's going to be in the works, how to build hype for that with social media. Now, I was telling Trenton how much I hate posting on social media, not out of contempt for any of the people on social media who are my fans, my followers, anything like that. I just get anxious because to me, it's almost like being in the gym back in junior high school and walking up to somebody and asking them to dance or posting and just being like, huh? Was that interesting? Was that worth watching? Huh? Huh? And then whether I get likes or comments or that sort of thing, I then, just wonder, okay, was that even worth it, or is it just lame for me to be putting myself out there like that with crickets? So I said to Trent, it's like asking somebody at the dance to dance and then getting a no, and then feeling like a real jerk for having asked in the first place. Trenton, please expand on what could be some comforting attitudes and uh, framing of doing this.
I felt that, Matt, because I feel the same way about posting to social, and I've managed to get through it by realizing that posting to social isn't like asking to someone to dance. It's more like doing karaoke. Maybe someone's watching, maybe they're tapping their feet, maybe they're even pumping their fist, or there's always the possibility that they're just over by the wall getting drunk or they're talking to their date. That's okay. That's not anything you can control, and that's okay. That's just the nature of it. And I think the best phrase you used was there's no shame in the karaoke
Karaoke
room.
room. There's no shame in the karaoke room. That's right.
And I've got a perfect example for you that I learned while I was dealing with my podcast social media and struggling to get kind of attention and likes and subscribes and worried about the numbers. My podcast is musically themed, and at one point, we used the music video for Aha's Take on Me as part of our discussion in the song and how much we love the song. Aha's Take on Me. Go find it on YouTube, and here's what you're going to see. Take on Me has had 1.8 billion views. 1.8 billion views. Billion. It only has 10 million likes. Only 10 million of 1.8 billion people took the moment to say, tap, like. And this is kind of like the karaoke room because just because someone isn't looking right at you and pumping their fist doesn't mean they're not enjoying the performance, but maybe you just don't get that feedback and that's okay because that's a 1.8% engagement. And so I'm going to go a little further back in old school marketing when you would get all that junk mail, which unfortunately I still do. Why, guys? Give it up. But anyhow, the reason people send out mailers and flyers and ads in magazines and stuff like that is because in old school business, if you got 3% return on your flyers or magazine ads, if 3% of the people who saw your ad in a magazine bought your product, then you were doing great.
Mm,
3% was a good return.
mhm.
So 1.8% engagement for AHA in the information age doesn't mean you're not reaching them, even if they didn't happen to take the time to tap the button.
You know, what are some of the things, what do you think is like the number one reason for authors to be promoting their audiobook on social media? What do you think? And how do we as narrators intersect with that?
You know, it's funny. It just so happened that last week I was talking with an author and she shared a tremendous insight with me. She said, whenever I promote my audiobook, I am already promoting my book and vice
Mm,
versa. Any one statement I make in one market actually applies across all the markets. In this case, she is also a podcaster and she has been using her story in episodic format. Each chapter was an episode of the podcast, then it became a book, then she made it an audiobook, a really great way to leverage the skills. And so she said, when I promote one, I am also promoting and selling the other.
Mhm.
It's not that I'm going, well, I guess I need an audiobook in case I lose sales. No, it's more like my book and my audiobook now give me two channels to gain sales. And there's even going to be people out there that want to put a foot in both channels and they'll buy the book and the audiobook.
Absolutely. Oh, wonderful. Um, everybody, I'm Matt Haynes,
And I'm Trenton Bennett.
and as your narrators and your guides through the process of getting your book into audio, I hope that our voices in your ears meet again real soon.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everybody.